Welcome to the realm of heroes and monsters. Story time with your host, AP Fuchs. Stories of intrigue, stories of horror, stories of superheroics, stories of monsters. Get ready, the thrill ride begins. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're on a new episode of the realm of heroes and monsters. Story time with me, AP Fuchs. So welcome. Grab a seat, lay down on the couch, whatever you want to do. Sit back in your car and just have a quick listen. So the first thing I wanted to start off with was I wanted to touch base on the Christoper Reeve Superman movies. I grew up with those. I was very young, like a child, when I saw them for the first time. Of course, at that age, you're in it for Superman. You're watching him do his super stuff, and you're just, of course, amazed. And the effects are great, especially in the first one. Like a lot of it still holds up today. And Christoper Reeve had a grace about him when he flew that made it look like he owned the sky, that he knew what he was doing, that he just swooped in and swooped out and left and right, and just very glidey and very just like he had such grace when he did it. And I mean, based on other interviews behind the scenes with other actors who have played Superman, they said that flying is the hardest part because you're in this harness, and say you're doing a shot where you're flying completely horizontally, you have to have a lot of core strength to maintain your body position to look like you're flying. Yes, there's aids and different helps to help the actors maintain that as they film, but even still, actors have come out and said like flying is tough, but Christoper Reeve made it look amazing, and but what made those movies special is when I got older and watched them and actually understood that there was a story there, because when you're a kid, you don't really get the story. You're just there for Superman. But when you're older, there's a story there, and what carried the story the most, especially in the first two movies, was heart. The movie had heart. There was love in those movies. It's hard to explain. It's not so much that there was heart in the dialogue or heart in the acting. Like there was, but it's not like that was the focal point of the dialogue and or acting. It was like an undertone to the whole movie, an undertone feeling, an undertone kind of zone they put you in, and they conveyed this heart. That's one of the reasons why Rocky won, the first one, won an Oscar, because that movie is just packed with heart. It's about that, it's about the heart. And so the Christoper Reeve Superman movies were about that too. And Christoper Reeve, when he did interviews regarding those movies, like he talked a lot about Superman as a character, and Superman being his primary objective is to be a friend. And that word friend has a lot behind it, because what do friends do? Well, friends help each other. Friends talk to each other. Friends boost each other up. Friends have a listening ear. Friends give a hug when needed, and that sort of thing. And so he talked about Superman as a friend, and when he portrayed the character, that was the approach. Is he approached Superman as a friend to humanity. And because of that, heart manifested out of it. And every action he did and every interaction he had with someone he saved or a cop or whoever, it was all done with heart. And that was really cool. And that degraded as the series went on. Unfortunately, number 3 was more of a comedy. There was still some heart in there, but it wasn't the same, as a more Richard Pryor focused film, because at the time Richard was, kind of in his A game, and they were kind of catering to him a bit. But and I love Richard Pryor. I can go on and on about him. But and then number 4 was a disaster. Like, yeah, that was just pure meant to be a fight movie. more or less, and the effects were terrible. But the first two, yeah, heart. And, that brings me to, on the creative front, for stories, whether you're drawing them or writing them, no matter the genre, it could be superhero, it could be real life, autobio, whatever, if your stories carry heart, you're going to find a very special audience for that. I mean, if you look at guys like John Porcellino, he does King Cat comics. He's been doing King Cat since the 80s. He's he's on issue 80 something, and it's all autobiographical comics, and they're drawn in a very simple style. But what his stories have, every single one, because each comic book is a series of short stories. So, in each story, though, in those comics have heart. And that's, for me, one of the reasons why I gravitated towards him as a creator, is because he conveyed heart with everything. And even, like, I follow him on social media. I've interacted with him a few times. Like, one, he's a really nice guy. Two, he's, like, super famous in the zine / mini comics world. And two, or three, he's, like, when he presents himself on social media and that sort of thing, he's just very sincere, and you could tell there's heart behind what he's saying, even just when he talks about regular life stuff that he did that day, you could just tell that there's an authenticity there, and that's important for storytelling, is authenticity and heart and love. That comes through the page. A reader or a watcher could tell when a creator grinds something out versus when they presented it with heart. And yeah, as I'm a reader, I'm a TV watcher too, and yeah, like when I see a show or a whatnot with heart, it captivates me in a new way, and it elevates the storytelling. I mean, even if the story itself is mediocre, the heart behind it elevates that. And so that's my little tip / maybe boost to you, if you're a creator listening to this, is have heart behind the stories. And if you're a consumer of entertainment listening, then same thing. I know you can relate to this. You can tell when a story has heart, as opposed to just something you could tell that was forced. So yeah, I'm going to leave with that. Put your heart into things. Whether it's creative stuff or life stuff, put your heart into it. And it makes a difference. It really does. So anyway, without further ado, let's move on to story time. Here we go. Episode 13. Chicken Back a Valley. Gazing into puddle, dirt on outside edge. Me see me not me. On knees. Me gray. Skin peeling off skin, rubbing off on chubby fingers. Me can't help it. Don't know what happened. Thoughts broken in pieces. Don't remember. Me stand and walk around corner to behind building. Me walk slow, foot dragging ground along with me, angle turned in like broken. Drool and goo drip off chin, but arm raised slowly to wipe away. It's dark here. Back alley. Stomach growls like mad dog. Me want chicken, but chicken no here. Market's closed at night. Down alley, me go. Takes long time to move feet. 10 minutes for 10 paces. Head sore like headache. Don't know what headache is. Hungry. Turn corner to go behind other building. Street damp like puddle that showed dead man earlier. Hear sounds. Sound like girl, with mouth muffled by hand or scarf. Me see girl now. Man has hand over girl's mouth. Me was right. Hear me not. Me breathe quiet. Me steps too slow to hear on ground. Man wears tall hat and dark cape. Girl wears red dress, bonnet on cobbles. Girl's eyes see me. Hand of me reaches up. Takes time. Girls can taste like chicken. Me not sure. Me don't remember. Man still has back to me. Has knife in hand. He has ring on finger in shape of star. 5 points on star. Shiny. His hand rises like lightning, tearing throat off girl. Feet dragging, me moving slow. Me see blood gush from throat over man's hand. Falls down fast, does girl. Hard hits head on floor. Man jumps on her. Me run, but really me dragging feet. Me clothes is ripped. Me sleeve also ripped. Teeth marks in arm. Ow, me think. Me fine. Man stops what he's doing. Looks up. Sees me. Packs up things and runs past me. Still has knife in hand covered in glove. Knife slides along me neck. Man gone. Back on knees, me face new puddle. Me eyes droop, and left one seems to leak from head. More skin falls. Girl lies on dirty street not far away. Me neck running warm water. Crawling along ground to girl, wanting chicken, licking lips. She stares at me, mouth open. Crawl on ground takes all night before me reach her. Me smell her drying blood and lick some off her neck. Girl's body is spilled open and entrails decorate red dress like tinsel. They taste like chicken. Taste good. Neck drips thick blood from me. Hits ground in globs. Me lick it. Out on street, people walk. Hear them. A whistle blows. Footfalls on cobbles. Police. Me dead. Me try to crawl away. They too fast. Me pretend to be like her. Dead. Me like chicken. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the show. Much appreciated. And we're just going to leave off with a little fun fact. Did you know that most of Superman's love interests have the initials LL? Why? I don't know. But we have Lois Lane. We have Lana Lang. We have Lori Lamare, who was a mermaid he dated while attending Metropolis University. There was Lila Laurel, who was an actress from Krypton that he met when he traveled back in time before the planet's destruction. There's Lucy Lane, wasn't a love interest, but that's Lois Lane's sister. And there's Linda Lee, who was Supergirl's secret identity. And of course, Lex Luthor, arch nemesis. So why the obsession with LL? Maybe it's an inside joke running at DC. I don't know. But it's something I never really noticed, but it's so true. So anyway, there's your little fun fact, and hope you had a chuckle. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, enjoy, And we'll see you next episode. Thank you for joining me today. Much appreciated. And have yourself a good week. Take care.